As the company continues to grow and scale, both in terms of headcount, revenue, capital, all of these things, it becomes important to maintain kind of a set of core values for the business. So we look at this in a very specific way at Parking Panda. I think too often the idea of culture at a startup gets conflated with perks, right? Which means like having cool things, right? Like there's a ping pong table in the basement. You can wear shorts to work, right? We go to company happy hours and the Caps home opener every year. Those are all perks of working for us, and those are great, and people enjoy them, and I enjoy them. As you scale, those aren't what continue to make the company a fantastic place to work. The culture, the real culture of the company, which is something you have to work at, are what continues to make it a great place to work. And what we've really done is come up with 5 core values for our company that everyone who works for us and everyone we hire has to really buy into and believe in. Like, these are things that we would sacrifice some of that revenue or some of that money in order to continue to uphold. The early employees, the founders, kind of knew what those were intrinsically, but as you get bigger, it's really important that we continue to work and continue to make sure that we're refining our goals, that we're all working together, that everyone is living by and embodying those kind of core values that we've established as a company. It keeps everyone on the same page as we build toward a unified vision, and keeps everyone excited about what we do, and keeps that mentality of ownership over the company, even as it gets bigger, for every individual person there. One is, we really believe, despite the kind of cliche terminology, that we're disrupting an industry. And our goal is to disrupt an industry. Now, there are lots of companies out there that can be sold for $20 million to Salesforce, and that is not a bad thing, right? That's a good thing to do. You make a lot of money, it's a good business. But we're at a unique point in parking for both consumer and for the industry itself, where we can actually impact over the next 5 years what human interaction with parking looks like. And that's a very unique opportunity that keeps us very excited. So we're constantly focused on this idea of disrupting an industry. We have another one that's just the way we go about doing our business. So we call it honesty and integrity, right? We're open with our employees, we're open with one another, we are open and honest with our partners, our parking operators, our consumers. It could be about price disparities, that could be about mistakes we made, anything. Another one is something that we sort of say, challenge each other to grow together. So we don't believe that anyone is limited by their position or limited by their specific role. Everyone has ownership of growing the company and needs to be challenging everyone else in the business to continue to do that. Now, that doesn't mean shooting people's ideas down and saying they're wrong, but it's this mentality of yes and, right? Like, yes, but how could we do this better? Yes, but if we did this, would we go farther, right? So that's really important to us as well. The other one is the idea that to sum it up, I'll use like a very cliche Steve Jobs quote, which is, the customer's problem is our problem. Everything we build is built for our customers. Our customers are drivers, our customers are parking operators, but we believe passionately in building solutions and building things that those people really want and really need. We believe in that so much so that every new employee spends their first 2 days working with our customer service team. Doesn't matter what you do. You could be an engineer, you could be in marketing, you spend your first days working with our customer service team so that you really understand the problems that our consumers face. Like, what are they concerned with on a day-to-day basis? So if you're an engineer, how do you build product to fix that? If you're in marketing, how do you better communicate what we do so that they understand and aware of that, right? It's very important to us. The last major one is something that Adam kind of just started saying very early on when it was just 2 of us, and it's what we call always be moving the needle, which is just kind of the work ethic, right? We believe, especially as a small company, but even as we grow, that anything you do should be geared towards realizing the vision of the business. Like, if you're working on something that's not growing the business, I mean, that could be everything from building a new app to answering a customer phone call to make sure they have a good experience to signing up a new parking garage. Like, that runs from end to end within our business. And it's the fact that everyone in the company lives by those ideals and lives by those values that keep that same mentality and that same attitude as we go from 3 to 10 to 30, hopefully to 300.